Let me give you the clearest analogy for manifestation you'll ever hear. If you ordered pancakes and the waiter brought eggs, would you just accept them? Okay, imagine you're sitting in a restaurant and you ordered pancakes. You're waiting for your pancakes to show up so you can eat them. The waiter comes out and sets down eggs. Now, what do? Do you panic and think, oh my God, I never get what I want. This always happens to me. Or do you simply say, no, I ordered pancakes? The waiter might argue. They might say, well, this is what you're getting. But you stay firm. You say, no, I ordered pancakes. So the waiter takes the eggs away. A few minutes later, they come back, and now they bring oatmeal. Now what? Do you say, well, I guess oatmeal must be what I'm supposed to have? Or do you say, no, I ordered pancakes? You don't need to be dramatic about it, and you don't need to get angry. You just stay clear and firm. I ordered pancakes. Eventually, the waiter has no choice but to bring the pancake. Now, here's the connection. Life does the same thing. If you decide you want something, health, money, a relationship, peace, freedom, you declare it. You decide. But before the pancakes show up, life often brings substitutes. Problems, doubt, lack, health issues, relationship drama. And the question becomes, do you accept the substitutes, or do you stay firm in what you decided? Where people get tripped up is this space in between, the time between deciding and seeing it physically. Because we've been trained to believe that if we don't see something immediately, it must not be happening. But that's not actually how this works. When you decide something from awareness, when you declare it, it's done. Not necessarily in the 3D yet, but in imagination, in awareness, in what Neville called the 4D. That's the creative level. The physical world is simply catching up. I don't know any other way to say that. Now, sometimes that happens quickly, and sometimes it doesn't. Why? Well, we could spend hours talking about why, but honestly, the why doesn't matter. What matters is this. Just because you don't see it yet does not mean it isn't yours. Just like in the restaurant, the waiter can bring eggs, the waiter can bring oatmeal, but you ordered pancakes. You're still getting pancakes. The only way you don't get them is if you settle. And that's the part most people struggle with, because the mind starts saying, this isn't working. I must have done something wrong. Maybe this just doesn't work for me. But what's really happening is simple. You're being shown substitutes, and the decision is whether you accept them. Neville taught people to go into imagination and experience the wish fulfilled. Why? Because imagination helps settle the nervous system. You experience it there first. You give it to yourself there first. And that steadies you while the physical world reorganizes. But if you don't understand what's happening, that waiting period feels terrifying. You do think something is wrong. You believe it isn't coming. And that's where people lose it. That's also why people seek help. Because when someone understands this process deeply, they can help you see exactly where you're tripping yourself up. And that's what I do in one-on-one sessions. These posts are general. I'm explaining the principles, but your situation is specific, or at least you believe it is. And when you're in the middle of it, your mind will always try to convince you your situation is different. And so for a short time, I've opened a lower entry option for people who genuinely want help, but feel blocked by finances. This is temporary. If you want the details, email me. But I want to say one more thing. Many people say money is the issue, but honestly, it never is. It's the decision. Because when someone truly decides they want something, they find a way. You've seen it in your own life. When you really wanted something, a trip, a coat, a car, you figured it out. Years ago, one of my mentors explained it this way. Imagine you're in a building and it's on fire. Your child is in the apartment across a narrow beam. To reach them, you have to walk across that beam. Would you hesitate? Of course not. Because suddenly the decision is clear. Now imagine that child is your dream, the life you actually want to live and can live, the freedom you want. At some point, the decision has to become that clear, because the difference between understanding this and not understanding it is enormous. It's the difference between living the life you know is possible or letting it slip away because you never fully decided. So, remember the restaurant and tell me in the comments, where in your life did you accept the eggs when you actually ordered pancakes? Remember, you ordered pancakes. Don't settle for eggs.